Hey guys, this is Tong. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go over how to hack a game. Yes, game hacking. So this is a really simple hack. I actually discovered it when I was a teenager, when I was 15. So it's pretty simple, and it only works for some games, but it is pretty fun when you actually do it. So some games, like 2D fighting games or 2D RPGs, some indie games or etc. When you install the game, I'm gonna use the game Little Fighter here as my example because this is the game I used when I hacked it. But some other games will have this kind of structure as well. You have different folders for background music and data and sprites. Okay, so data files would be like in this .dat files, which contain the information related to the characters in the game, and you have some txt files basically that tell you how to load this game, right? And if you go into the sprites folder, these are the sprites, the images they use for loading the characters in this game as well. These are the images that they use for the characters in the game. In this case, it's a 2D fighting game, and they have different sprites that they use to animate the attack moves, the standing moves or walking moves. And these are all bitmap files, BMP files. And this hack lets you basically swap out any of these sprites for any other sprite, which is just like sprite swapping or texture swapping. And this can be pretty fun if you just want to insert your own characters into the game. And I'll show you how it works. So let me start up Little Fighter 2. This is Little Fighter 2 without any modifications. Okay, so this is the base game when you install it. And this is the game I'm playing around with. Other games are probably similar to what this game is, can be similar. Okay, so as you can see, I can pick a lot of these different guys to fight with. And this is the template guy, which is basically like a no-name guy that you can use. But anyways, it doesn't matter. All these guys will be different, and they all use different sprites. So this is me. Okay. Just notice that how my sprite looks like, how I move when I walk, my animations and everything. Okay. So this is the game. Little Fighter 2 is a fighting game, a 2D fighting game made by a Chinese person, I think, because the menus are in Chinese and there's some Chinese advertisements. But anyways, not a bad game. You can fight all your friends in this game. You can also do stages where you can fight through waves of computers and stuff, and they all use like sprites and data files and stuff. So anyways, that's Little Fighter 2. So it's a 2D fighting game, uses sprites for images and everything. And I'm going to show you guys how to actually modify the character. So the character I chose was actually a template character, but it doesn't matter. You can replace any of these characters in the game the same way, and or weapons or anything else that uses bitmaps. So what you do is you go on the internet and you find a bitmap that you like. You just do a Google search for sprite bitmaps. For me, I found Goku from Dragon Ball Z, since he's one of my favorite characters. And I want to replace him. I want to replace this template guy with Goku. So I just found Goku's face on the internet, and I found a sprite file of him on the internet. I just searched for Goku sprite file, or a sprite image. Got him off of Google, and well, this is how you replace them. First of all, a lot of these images that you find might not be bitmaps. They might be just straight up JPEGs, so you have to change them to actually be bitmaps. Okay, I also have a Pokemon here, a Bulbasaur, which I will show you the same way how I can replace him in this game. Okay, so I've already converted these two, but for this one I haven't, so I'm just going to use Photoshop to do it. And this is how you would do it anyways. You have to make sure that the size of the files are roughly the same. So this is 800 by 560. I already changed this to 800 by 560. Make sure it's the same. And then make sure that you save it. If it's not the same, resize it to be the same. And then save it as a bitmap. So in this example, This one, Goku 1, I'm just going to save whatever name here. Okay, so I got Goku1.bitmap. So basically I just took whatever JPEG from the internet and I made a bitmap from it that's very similar to the bitmap that the game has. So as you can see, this bitmap has an 800 by 560 bitmap, and they have another one as a mirror, which is the opposite way the guy is fighting, I guess. And then they have the other animations for him as well. Well, in this example, they also have what the sprite looks like here and some other bitmaps here for the face. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rename these files, so I don't want to lose them in case I need to back up. But I'm just going to rename this one face. Since these are all loaded by the data files, you can actually go into the data.txt file and load your own stuff. But for here, I'm just going to replace this guy with Goku. And this Bulbasaur here, I'm probably going to replace this SBMP, which is what you see in the menu, or the top menu-like screen at the top of the game, with Bulbasaur. And he's not a bitmap, so I'm going to change him to a bitmap too. Save him as a bitmap. There you go. Okay. So now Bulbasaur is going to be in our little top menu thing, and Goku's face is going to be there when we select him. So we're just going to rename him to be the rename him as the same name to basically replace it. Okay, so replace the mirror. I have a Super Saiyan style Goku here and a regular style Goku. I'm going to use the Super Saiyan style for, this is going to look really a little bit weird, but anyway, you'll get my point. When he's walking one way, this is going to look kind of funny and weird, but he's going to look like Super Saiyan Goku when he's walking one way, and regular Goku when he's walking the other way. And that should be it actually, because I named it the same name as these files. I didn't replace these ones yet, but I could if I have more bitmaps. And I replaced Goku's face in that Bulbasaur pic. So now when we start the game, we should be able to see Goku on there. Let's see. So it loads the same data files, right? I didn't change any of the data files yet. It's just looking for the same bitmaps. But the bitmaps are going to be a little bit different because we changed it. Okay, so now it's Goku, right? His name is still template, but whatever, it's Goku's picture on there now. And I don't care what these guys are. Oh, whoops. Click the wrong button, sorry. Okay, this time I'm gonna fight, and as you can see, I got a huge picture. Oh, whoops. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't resize the picture to be the same. Let me fix that actually. Bulbasaur has his picture is a little bit too big because it's only supposed to be 40 by 45. I forgot to resize him. So this is what happens when the picture is too big. So I'm going to resize him to be 40 by 45. Okay. Now he is resized, and now it should be good. So we just should see a little bit better picture of Bulbasaur in there. But yeah, you saw the sprites in action. I just replaced the sprites that were there before with my sprites, and they all seem to be working there. Okay, so yeah, now you see the Bulbasaur pic is there. It's the correct size, and I am normal Goku when I'm fighting one way, and Super Saiyan Goku when I'm going the other way. And yeah, it doesn't look too good, but I mean, if I modify the sprite files a little bit, it will look better if I put more time into finding the really the correct sprite images to use. But anyways, this is how you hack a game. Yeah, this is a simple form of hacking called sprite or palette swapping. and basically I just replaced the sprites that were in this game with another sprite. And you can do this with any game that uses sprites and bitmaps and loads them the same way. It's not that hard to do. But yeah, I'm Goku. See, I'm Goku normally, and I put in different bitmaps for him, and Bulbasaur as well. So yeah, that's Little Fighter 2. That's just one example of a 2D fighting game you can do this with, and any game that uses these sort of bitmaps. I mean, I could do this for any other character in the game, or weapon, or whatever as well. You can just straight up replace them, and it's pretty simple. Yeah, just find a file on the internet that's also a sprite file, and then you can just straight up replace them like that. And you can even modify the data files if you're courageous enough. If you're courageous enough, you can actually modify the data files to add it to your game as well. And a lot of these games will definitely have these configuration files inside of it. You can even modify the sounds. There's WAV files and everything inside here. So if you do a little bit of digging inside your game folders, you can probably find these things. But yeah, that is how you do sprite swapping in Little Fighter 2 and other games that uses sprites and bitmaps. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and let me know if I can help you out in any way. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, how's it going? Today let's play a game of Little Fighter 2, released back in 1999. This is a game from Hong Kong, and it's really popular. It's a 1999-2008 by Marty Wong and Starsky Wong, and still played to this day because it's very moddable. I think I did a video on this showing you guys how to kind of hack this game and switch out the fighters and pictures and sprites for different other fighters basically you can find on the internet. So it's just very, very customizable, so I guess that's why a lot of people still play it. And it's a good multiplayer game as well. Up to 4 players here, all on the same keyboard if you want. You should have like an IBM keyboard if you really want to play 4 players on the same keyboard. Okay, so I can be like, let's see, player 1, keypad A. I want to customize this a bit. Alright, let's do that. And you can do network game. Oops, definitely allow that. And then this is a LAN game basically, so LAN game is there. You can do that. And you can do, of course, regular game, either on the same computer, or otherwise some advertisements on this game as well. Apparently they're selling these action figures too. These Little Fighter action figures. It's got to load out data files. And then you have a number of different modes you can choose here. You can do battle mode, 1-on-1 championship, 2-on-2 championship, stage mode, or versus mode. So versus mode is basically like PvP. Stage mode is arcade mode basically. We can do versus mode first. Let's see. Davis. This is me, right? This is me. So I'm choosing. You have these different characters here. They all have different attacks. Davis, Woody, Dennis, Freeze, Byron, Louie, Rudolph, Henry, John, Deep, and Template, which is your own personal character. I'm gonna choose Lewis. You can be on a team or you can be independent. I'll be independent. These best unless other people join, unless your other number 2, number 3, number 4, unless your other 3 friends join, then you can choose computer players up to 7 other computer players. Right. So you can either play with a friend up to 3 other friends, or you can just make them all computers. So I'm gonna do that. Difficulty, I want a little bit easier. Yep. You can choose your stage here. So some Chinese stages, I guess. No, it's just random. Alright. What kind of attack here? Whoa, there's some special abilities, right? Everyone has some special abilities. You can see your health bars on the top of the screen there for all the players. Well, you can pick up items and use them. Pick up this item. Whoa. Oh, I'm dead. Alright. I actually didn't use my controls. I used a different set of controls. Alright, he won. Alright. So that's versus mode, I mean PvP mode. Stage mode, let's do stage mode. I'll be freeze this time. Alright, let's fight together. Fight. So this is like arcade or story mode. You go through different stages, attacking like these basically basic computers, I guess. Alright. So I'm gonna pick up these weapons right now. Yeah, I can use these weapons. That's cool. So I used to play this with my brother a lot. We used to go through the stages together. It's pretty fun. And of course you can mod this game a lot by using your own sprites. So I used to put like Mario and Dragon Ball Z sprites in here. It's pretty fun as well. I can drink this beer actually. Let me drink it. There we go. I drank some whiskey, now I'm stronger. I drank some milk too. And regain some health. Oh my god. I forget how to do special attacks, but you can definitely do special attacks with all these characters. Just like what the CPU is doing now. I think that's for mana. Let's start on stage 2 now. Okay, I think I know how to do my special moves now. See? You can just throw like a ice ball thing. That's pretty cool. I can do other ones too. I think I can do this frost whirlwind thing too. Pretty cool. Alright. Alright. So you get 3 guys and they help you. That's pretty cool. Nice sword. Right, I can create like whirlwinds and stuff. Use that as cool. Come. Yep, come. Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Anyways, you guys get this. This is Little Fighter 2. It's really fun to play, especially with friends. Hard rocking background music to this, and you can rock out basically in this game. It's pretty fun. You can mod this game a lot. I've done some sprite hacking on this game before. You can play versus mode, you can play with computers, you can play with your friends. You can play on the internet with LAN. So yeah, this game is still pretty fun even though it's released way back in the 90s. But I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like Castle Crashers and some of those other games that you can play side-scrolling action with multiplayer features. So yeah, if you want a fun game to play, then try out Little Fighter 2. You can find it online, littlefighter2.com, I think. And yeah, that is it. Try this game out. It's got a lot of fun characters, a lot of fun gameplay, and fun to play friends. That's it. And thanks for watching, as always.